Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Goonies World, where we are continuing our wonderful, awesome dungeon crawl, where we're getting in all kinds of trouble and fun. I am Loonicorn, also known as Lynn, and with me, as always, is Goonie, also known as Colin.
Hello.
And Meanie, who's not mean, also known as Ryan.
Oh, I'm very mean, just not right now.
And finally, last but certainly not least, is Johnny Farrow, also known as Sean.
Hey, how you doing? And I'm certainly not least. I recently weighed Homer Simpson's canonical weight, which was shocking to me.
Really? I find that hard to believe.
I find that very hard to believe.
I have so much...
Well, I actually don't know what his canonical weight is, but just seeing the cartoon.
Yeah, I saw it in the cartoon, and I said, "No!" But I'm a lot taller than him, though, so that's good.
Well,
it kind of spreads it out.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, that, and like back then, that was considered like morbidly obese. Nowadays, it's more normal.
Yeah.
Well, what is, just out of curiosity, before we get started, what is Homer Simpson's canonical weight?
It was 240, and I was that recently, and I've gotten it down to the high 220s. But
I mean, I have friends who are shooting for 240, like like that's their target. So.
Yeah. Nevertheless, James Bond's canonical weight, not to digress for too long, is 180 in the novels, in the Ian Fleming's. So
and they use pounds?
Yeah, it's
not like whatever stone fucking shit they do.
I'm pretty sure he said 180 pounds.
Yeah, it would not be stones.
That's money.
180 stones would be like, I don't know, like 2,000 pounds or something.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying they usually do like, I weigh 7 stone 20, whatever. They don't usually say pounds unless they're talking about money, but whatever.
It was for an international audience. Yeah.
True. So yes, as Lynn did allude to, we are in fact diving back into this dungeon where you have found yourselves in a mysterious room with a gallows with names apparently scrawled on a trap door underneath a swinging noose. Now, just to be clear to you and to anybody listening to this, you are absolutely welcome to explore every single room on every floor. You don't have to. You're also welcome to just run back, go down the stairs. You find a powerful item that you think might kick the boss's ass in one hit, like that scroll you had from earlier. You can totally just try to speedrun it to the third floor and kill the big boss if you want. That's totally valid. So, however we want to do it is good with me. But for right now, we find ourselves back in this gallows room with the mysterious scrawlings on the trap door.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's look at those scrawlings.
Yeah. Nice close
look. Is someone going to climb the stairs up to the platform of this gallows to read the scrawlings?
I think you know the answer.
She's volunteered.
Yeah, she's volunteered. I
thought it sounded like a no to me. I don't know. I'm not sure.
You don't know as well as we do.
Yeah. We've developed a bond. You're not part of the group.
Brave Patty has volunteered once again to ascend the scaffold. Make sure everything is safe and canny.
Yep, so I'll start climbing up.
All right. Well, you crutch your way with your, misproportionate legs up the stairs. And I believe we had already established that you can, in fact, read.
Yes.
So you get up to the platform, and you instantly can read the words that are scrawled on this trap door, and you realize it is not several names as it appeared. It is in fact one name split into 3 lines, and it is Pepper on the first line, Onimag on the second line, and Ifiko on the third line.
Okay, I'm going to have to ask you to repeat that, Patty. What is it you said? Call that down again. Imagine how long it would take. Got it? Yes?
Pepper?
I'm going to run up there.
Oh, my.
Oh, but could you say those again, though?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah,
Or
right.
her?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the first line is Pepper,
Pepper, like the spice, okay.
like the spice. The second line is Onimag, Onimag. And the third line is Nifico, Nifico.
Okay, that wasn't even necessary. I thought it was my name, but I wasn't sure.
Yes, I've just written in my notebook. Look, I've made it amazing discovery. It's your name.
It's
And
oh my goodness!
I'll point to pepperoni.
Still, though, this is...
Well, that's unsettling.
That's a good word for it. I was looking for the right word. It's unsettling.
I mean, if they think I'm going to put my neck in that noose, they're crazy. I won't do it. Unless, Patty, you want to stick your neck in there and see what happens?
No. What? Try. Experiment.
We can try some experiments.
Hold with hands. Don't.
Yes, she's right.
Don't put.
Wait, I mean, I just had a brilliant idea. Thank you, Patty. I'll take it from here. Pepperoni, you put your neck in the noose, and then Patty and I will grab you with our hands and prevent you from falling through.
No.
Oh, okay. What is it, Patty?
I think
hold noose. Hold noose, not with neck.
Oh, just hold on to it with your hand.
Maybe I'm going
I'll
to
try to. Patty tries to mime like grabbing onto the rope with, because what Sean said is exactly what she, instead of sticking his neck in there, just grabbing it with his hands so that it has the weight that pulls it down, but he doesn't break his neck or strangle and die.
I think you should put your whole neck in, and we'll stop you from falling.
That is so much safer, clearly.
Yeah. Well, I will ascend the stairs. I'm not going to step onto the platform or the trapdoor. I'm going to...
Well, and you don't. If you are intending, just so you know, if you are intending to grab onto it, I mean, it is
swinging,
centered over the trapdoor, but it is swaying back and forth. So you could grab it, to maybe have to do a little bit of a leap, but you could totally grab it without having to get super close to the trapdoor.
Okay. Well, what I want to do is actually get down on my hands and knees. I'm going to take out my hidden dagger that I have, and I'm going to scratch out my name on the trapdoor.
Okay, well, you take out your dagger and you start scratching your name, and you get basically most of Pepper scratched out to be mostly unrecognizable, but then some sort of latch apparently in the bottom of the trapdoor releases, and it just opens. Now I assume you're not putting your weight on it, so you're not going to fall or whatever. But it just slams open, schwack, right as you're getting the Pepper basically part finished being crossed out, and you hear underneath something falls and clatters to the floor underneath this gallows.
What was that? Check it out.
Yeah, can we?
You're a deer down there.
Yeah, I mean, you could go down the stairs, or you could even lower yourself down through the trapdoor hole, whatever you want to do. But it sounds like you're investigating the clattering, and who's doing that?
Me.
All right. Well, Nick, underneath the gallows, you find a very large and heavy looking crossbow with like clockwork. It's like got all this clockwork machinery on it and like a large magazine of 6 bolts, such that it looks like it would very likely fire every. You could fire it like every round. It like basically re-readies itself after every shot, but there are only 6 shots.
Well, tempting as it just is to take this, I feel like there's some significance to your name being associated with this.
It's a gift for me.
And also, you're the sharpshooter.
Oh, yes, I am.
You've got that, God's given talent, that magical sharpshooter ability.
But I do have my pistol, and I'm not proficient with... I mean, I could shoot a crossbow.
I know that, but my guy thinks you're... It's like a master trick shot, Yeah. So...
Do you actually have a ranged weapon, then?
No. Well, I'll carry it for you, but I was... Yeah. If the time comes, if this turns out to be meant for you, I'm throwing it your way.
Yeah, that's sensible.
I don't want to test the patience of the, archmage who constructed all this. Aldramach, right? That's his name, right?
Yes.
The old fucker. I mean, the great wise Aldramach. Yeah.
Well, it is bulky, obviously.
Yeah, that's one reason why I'm not... Okay, but go ahead.
And it does D10 damage.
Yeah, well, shit.
But it cannot be used in melee. You have to use it from range.
Interesting.
Okay.
Wait.
Do you have a ranged weapon, Patty?
I do not. Well, I have my breath weapon, but I can only use that once between rests. So, technically,
I'll
that's a
hold on to
ranged
this
ranged attack, but...
Well, I don't have...
Well, that's a short rest, right? Yeah, it's got to be, because you use more than once, right?
I don't have any other bulky items. I suppose I'll hold on to it, and I'll to affix that onto my back to where I can still be holding my handy, solid cricket bat most of the time. So that's served me well so far. But, well, this is certainly something, though. Take a look at it.
Beautiful design.
It is rather pretty to look at.
Craftsmanship.
I felt a little self-conscious carrying such a thing. Yeah.
Well, you're just holding it for me.
That's right. Well, let's look at it that way.
So, I probably need to reiterate, since I'm sure you have forgotten in the interim since our last session, there is a closed door to the north.
To the north, an open doorway to the east.
Correct. And, of course, the room you came from, with the staircase down, back to the west. Where you squished the troll.
That's right. That was damned satisfying. We were lucky we had that scroll, so let's keep our eyes and ears open for more treasures. So what do you think? We go as far east as we can go and then start going north, or vice versa? Hell, we could find we could go south. You never know what. Let's go down this open hallway for a bit. What do you think?
Fine with me.
All right.
Sounds good.
Eastward ho.
Well, with
What do you call me?
No.
Eastward, ho.
Well, once again, with the eastward ho leading the way. You come to another familiar-looking room. This one with massive iron boilers. This appears to be... Well, all the gauges are now low pressure, though, because they've already released their steam into Pepperoni's face and blinded him.
Right.
So, but yes, yet another strange room seems to have appeared again. And from here, the only place you can go that you haven't been is to the north, which is an open corridor.
To the north corridor. Well, I do believe it's been established that conditions don't change, right? If we re-encounter a room. So therefore, I think that there'd be no extra thing to be found in here. So we should move through.
The northern corridor.
Patty, North Ho.
And I go.
And so with Patty once again leading the way, you head north into a very large room. It's cavernous, really, and there is a massive still lake. Is the main sort of feature, and there's no docks, no boats, nothing floating on it that you can see. But you can see some distance, and it's kind of there's like a faint sort of bioluminescent moss or something on the cavern walls, so that you can actually see fairly long distances because it's not completely dark, and you can see that there is a closed door in the cavern wall to the west and the north. There, and then of course corridor to the south.
All right, Patty, how do you feel about taking a swim?
Not good.
Well,
I don't even know if she can swim.
No.
I don't even know if I can swim.
There's nothing to it. You just have to believe that you can. Whether you think you can swim or you can't swim, you're right.
Yeah. Just believe.
I'm wondering if maybe we should I can use my crutch, and I'm gonna I'm first just gonna put the crutch in the water, like the end of the crutch in the water, and make sure it's like not acid or anything.
So you walk up to the shore of the lake, basically, and as you do, you can see the water's. It looks like it's water. I mean, you haven't tested that yet, but you assume it must be water because as you approach, you can see fish like swimming around and darting around back and forth in it. And as you stick your crutch in, you just kind of kick up some dirt from the bottom and make a little bit of a cloud there in the lake and scare away some of the fish. But it's a legit lake, it seems.
Okay, and it must be at least semi-clear when the mud's not stirred up.
Yes, yeah. I mean, you get out in the middle, it gets pretty deep. Maybe you might not be able to see too far, but here where it's real shallow,
okay.
It's no problem.
How far approximately can I see out and see the bottom?
You can see about 10 or 15 feet, and you can see it kind of taper down, and then you can't really,
right.
It fades off into obscurity, and you can't really see it anymore.
I do have an idea, and I haven't used this yet. It's my showstopper. Now, I have something called a mirror engine. I can make a perfect duplicate of myself, and it will act independently, just like myself. It can't interact with anything physically, but I don't think that would... I mean, I think it could still just wade into a lake.
Might be able to walk right on top of it if it can't.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work exactly.
How would that work?
Well, there's one way to find out.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a one-use sort of thing.
It doesn't say that. It just says it lasts until dismissed or a new double is created.
Well, if you create a new one, it's not just a one-time thing, then clearly.
Well, in that case, you know what I love? I love the one pepperoni magnifico we've got. What could be better but two? I see.
Yes, I just, I used to do that on my shows, but I have not tested it, in such a place like this. But so I'm curious. I will go ahead and create my double.
Okay, and I'm assuming, the rules didn't seem to specify, but I assume you will, sort of maintain control of it.
Well, it says it can act independently, so I guess I would control it.
Right. That could mean that I control it, but I don't really
could
want to.
Be, yeah. So. Okay. So I will have it poof into existence, and now I will take a stroll into a lake.
All right.
I just don't want it to suffer,
Well, what happens if it gets attacked? Does it disappear?
Yeah, I think it. Unless it has the same hit points as me, can't act anything. It can't. I think it is if it's a perfect duplicate, then it has my same stats.
Well, yeah, but if it can't interact with
yeah,
and it can't. It could be attacked, but then it couldn't be hit by anything. But
yeah,
so yeah, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how to adjudicate.
You'd just be like, ooh, can't hit me, and you're like, attacks go right through him. I don't know.
Well, in any case, what does happen when he sort of strolls into the lake is some almost Cthulhu-like glowing tentacles erupt out of the lake and begin trying to batter it, but do nothing because it's incorporeal. But then you see its sort of cephalopodian eyes shift and focus on the three of you standing off on the shore, and it's I think we're gonna have to make some dexterity saves.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, we only got a 1.
Yes. I got a 3.
I rolled a natural 20.
Ooh.
Oh. I remember when that was a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not in this system, unfortunately. Well, so who succeeded? I know, obviously, Pepperoni failed.
I succeeded.
I'm ready to go. I succeeded.
I rolled a 3.
All right. Well, I'd say, Patty, just go ahead and go.
She looks shocked.
I do.
She looks afraid. She's hesitating. I'm going to shoot the big-ass crossbow at it. Oh, my God. I swear to God, I rolled a 10. First time with it. It's a 0, but that's a 10 on a 10-sided die.
Well, Jesus Christ. All right. Well, your freaking bolt pierces one of these glowy tentacles, and black ichor-like fluid erupts out of it. And it only had not even 10 HP, so it's going to have to make a strength save or take critical damage, but it saves. Mm-hmm. And now what is Patty doing? Is she still in shock?
So how close is this thing to the shore?
I mean, it's huge. So, I mean, it's like the body part, the head, I guess you would call it, is off back in the deep, but these tentacles are like 20, 30 feet long, so it's like...
Okay.
Yeah, it's big.
I think... I don't know if... I'll just go ahead and try to hit one of the tentacles. I have a feeling it's just going to grab my crutch, and I'm going to regret this. But that's what...
Crutch.
That's what I'm going to do. Is try to hit the closest tentacle.
This is not a manga, so yeah. Anyway.
Oh, 6. 6.
All right. Well, that takes its strength down to 9. But he again rolls a 4, making it his turn. And having Patty just walking into this, I'm afraid he's gonna try to get you there. This tentacle swipes at you for 3 damage, but it's not really the damage that becomes the problem. What becomes the problem is that this thing begins wrapping around you and pulling you into the water. So it doesn't take your crutch, it takes all of you into the water, and on its turn, and now you are in the water with it, and having kind of a hard time breathing. Yeah. So, Pepperoni.
Shoot my pistol at it. Trick
Don't hit
shot.
Patty.
Well,
I don't think you could in this system, but
no.
You can't. Yes.
And that's good because I only had one eye, so this system is great for that.
Yeah.
I can hit all the time, so. God damn. Only 2 points, though.
every little bit helps.
But 2 points when he needed 9 before, now he needs a 7.
Yeah.
So. And he rolled a 5.
Oh,
That's
my
2
God.
4s and a 5.
Oh,
Good God.
goodness.
Okay.
All right. Well, unfortunately, Patty is tentacle wrapped and underwater. So can you save Patty, Nick?
Yeah, I can. I don't want to waste a D10 on this freaking thing, right? I don't want to waste one
Not
of
when
these.
it has 7
Yeah, I'm
freaking
gonna go.
health. Come
I'll
on.
switch
7
weapons and
strength.
I'll switch weapons and I'll run up do as much melee damage to it as I can with my cricket bat. I'll roll a D8, see what one I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get. You're not even gonna believe me. I don't want to risk unplugging something by tilting this entire.
But you
rolled
rolled an
an
8, I'm guessing. So that takes its strength to 0, so I don't even have to roll.
Yeah.
And the tentacle releases Patty, who now no longer has to make a strength save to surface and breathe on her turn. And the glowing begins to dim as it sinks and recedes back to the bottom of the depths of this lake.
I wasted that 8. The next time I rolled it, it was destined to be 8, and I, didn't need it. So, well, Patty, come on, we'll help Patty out of the water. Yeah, I don't suppose. Yeah. All right. I don't suppose there's a shower of gold coming from the ceiling now that we defeated this nasty ass thing.
Unfortunately, no.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, then I guess it becomes a question of: are we going north, or you want to turn west?
Did you see anything down in the water when you were in there, Patty? Any treasure chest at the bottom?
Well, now that the big bad monster's dead, Patty's just gonna, kind of shrug, and she's gonna walk out into the water, and
Poor dear with those legs, she's going to be swimming in circles.
oh my goodness, oh my goodness, and yeah, I'll like try to dive down and look around and see if there's anything in here besides a dead monster and some fish.
So you dive down, and you can still see some distance away the slowly sinking, fading, glowing of this tentacle beast. But it's already sunk down pretty far, and it's the only reason you can see anything is because it's not complete. This thing its glowing hasn't completely stopped, and it looks like it's just going to keep going.
Okay.
Like it could.
So it's deep.
So
deep
this may
AF.
have a bottom.
It's deep AF.
Yeah.
The water.
All right.
Well, it looks like Patty's not going to resurface, and we'll be on our own.
Well,
What were our options? Our exit options?
yeah, poor thing. Oh. Usually, if a companion's going to die, you hope that they die right next to you, so you can, loot their corpse. Not go drown in the bottomless lake or whatever has happened to her.
I'm not drowning.
Let's give it just one more minute, just to be certain. I hate to leave all that. I hate to leave our good friend. Yeah. What's she got? A crutch? What else is she? It's not like, yeah.
We see her crutch float up to the top.
Yeah. Well, that cinches it. So, because they were just about to go when she comes back up. Because, well, she does come back, though, right?
She did.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she
does come
I
back.
assume. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to Patty. But when it looks,
Okay.
the impression I got was that once it looked like it was probably, or at least possibly, just goes on forever. That it was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Well, then, so we go north or to the west. What do you think?
So is there an exit on the other side of the lake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, the
big
closed
closed
door
door
to the north.
I mean, I kind of think since we took the trouble of killing the monster, we should probably all three go on across the lake and check out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, you don't have to go across the lake. You could walk around it to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just going to finish.
So you don't have to like swim, is what I'm
Right.
saying.
But in the interest of going north as far as we can, we've been kind of doing that, going around edges,
That's true.
defining edges, then plunging into middles.
That's true.
So let's go ahead and go north. It's good reason. Good a reason
All
as
right.
any.
Well, you open the door and proceed to the north, where you see a very familiar room, where there is a raised platform, and upon the platform there is an ornate coffin that was once draped in rotting velvet.
Vampire Prince.
That is
another
now draped around, I believe, the shoulders of Pepperoni.
another glitch in the Matrix. We've been here before.
Well,
Yes, this one you have been in before, but this is literally the same room on the same floor.
Yeah.
The other ones
Oh,
is
were
it?
glitches.
Okay.
okay, I took us on my map, I took us down a level below. And I thought we were like, okay, like, I thought that it doesn't matter, but I thought that the room from the well room and the hole and all that we went down into the gallows room onto
But
a
you
low.
went east.
Okay, it was just east. I don't know what made me think that was down. Okay. In that case, that makes total sense. We're back there in the Vampire Prince room.
Okay.
And there is an open door that had previously been closed off to the east, which is indeed the room you came down the stairs from.
The Iron Maiden room.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, okay. All right.
So we need to go back.
Well, let's go
Or
check
is-
out the western door from the lake room,
Yeah.
because that might lead into just the same general area that the northern door from the gallows room we went. So we'll go check it out. We'll go back into the lake room and take the western door.
All right. Well, you crack the door, which is not trapped. Patty had been checking for traps at some point, but we've kind of slacked on that, so fortunately have not run into any more. And in this room, this is another fairly Spartan room. And it is also very dark, unlike the lake room, which obviously had the sort of bioluminescent mosses and stuff. This one does not. So I know Patty's got the candle and all that, so it's not like you don't have a source of light.
Lanterns and that candle.
But so it's a small stone room with doors in all cardinal directions that are closed except the one you just came through to the east. And the only thing in this small room, though, is a single ornate sarcophagus. And then lining the walls around the sarcophagus are murals that are so old and faded that it's hard to kind of really figure out what they're depicting, but they seem to have something ancient from a time of myth, about some great wizard and who was a servant to some great king of yore or something, but it's all unclear.
All right. Well, first of all, I want to make a prediction that the door in the south wall will take us back to the gallows room. And I'm going to predict that the door in the north could take us back to what I think was a repetition of the barracks room that we've seen twice, is my guess. And if we were to open the door in the west, it would take us back into the gargoyle room.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I nailed it with my map, despite thinking I was a level lower than I was. But, all right. Reoriented. So, Patty, go check out that sarcophagus and open it.
Yeah. She will feel around with a crutch for traps or triggers or anything first.
Well, you don't see any obvious... Well, nothing that would be a normal trap or trigger presents itself, but what you do see, and you see it rather than feel it with your crutch, is that this sarcophagus is sealed closed. And in order to open it, you will have to break the seal.
Break.
All right.
Didn't need to twist her arm. In fact, you don't want to twist her arm. It could come right off.
That's true.
Well, you break the seal. And almost expecting something to rise out of the sarcophagus, but nothing does. However, it opens, and there is indeed a fairly well-preserved and well-dressed corpse in here. Could it be a king or a wizard? It's hard to say. But there is one item clutched in its skeletal hands. A little shiny metal object, round.
I will remove it from the skeleton's hand. Or corpse's hand.
You pull it from the corpse's hand, and it looks like a faceless compass. All it is an arrow pointing to the southwest.
Interesting.
That's in the direction of the hole, right? The well room?
Yes.
It's showing us the exit out of this level to the next level. Right? Do you think, Patty? What do you think, Pepperoni?
Oh, well, I think you're spot on. Don't ask Patty what she thinks, because... well... she's got a lot to say.
Yes. Of course. No, I think
See what I mean?
Yes, I see what you mean. I just wanted her to feel included, But I wonder if this works on every level. Like, should we descend to the next level? I wonder if it would then show us, the exit through that way. Well, there'll be only one way to find out. But we haven't really thoroughly explored the level we're on yet, I don't think, because north of the Purple Rain room, the Vampire Prince room, and the barracks, there should be some places up there that we never went to. And the furnace room had a door in the east, and so did that typewriter room that we never opened. I think we should milk the place of every bit of treasure, Although we did have this discussion before, and the point was made that the ultimate prize is the best treasure, and maybe we do.
True, but I also like the idea of exploring, because we might find something that will help us with the final boss.
There is every possibility that you will find another freaking scroll like that lets you one-shot a boss, but it's also possible that you won't, so you could be wasting your time. But you're not wasting your time if you're having fun, right? So.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I suppose it doesn't hurt to just take a quick scan. What do you think?
This isn't a dungeon, it's a fungeon.
There you go.
We're all having fun.
Yeah. Somebody. I'd be shocked if that wasn't. Somebody hasn't, already released a game called Fungeon.
Right?
It might be the title of this episode.
Right, yeah.
But, if you really wanted to go alliterative with Dungeons and Dragons, like that becomes slur territory.
Yeah. Well, what do you say we, if we're certain that there's nothing more to this, you've just got a bauble, right?
Have you examined that?
Yeah.
What did you find?
Examined what? Sorry?
She found a bauble in his hand, like something special.
It's
that was the compass. The
compass. That's right.
Compass, an unmarked compass.
That's right.
A thing with an arrow pointing in it.
Well, if it's unmarked, how do we know what direction it's pointing?
You know which directions are which, and so you know
I
that the
don't.
arrow is so, well, your mapper must.
That's right. I know which way is up and down and left and right, And now don't worry, this will always point us in the right direction. We'll be fine.
It's pointing down and to the left.
Down into the left. It is. It is. Long-time listeners will appreciate that. Okay. And let's go north. So if we go north from here, I'm going to say we're going to end up in a barracks, correct?
And yes, you go north and you do indeed find yourself in a barracks with an opened footlocker.
Yes, and we know nothing's changed in here, so we can go to the door in the north of this room.
Which is closed. Sounds like Patty's opening it.
Yeah.
Patty
and
is.
you are pushing
Yes.
through.
Patty is checking for traps first with the crutch.
And you find no traps.
Okay.
So you push forward into this room, and this is a very large room. And in fact, Nick, quite interestingly familiar in some way to you, because in this very large room is in fact a very massive iron printing press with like blocks of typeface scattered everywhere all over the floor, and you've got stacks of printed pages, propaganda for some cause that you've never even heard of, possibly from some mythical time in the past. But you would have to obviously look at them in more detail, give them a read or a quick skimming if you wanted to get some more information. But yeah,
How could I not? I'm afire with curiosity now, and I'm in love with the written word. Print is not dead. Look. Wait. This is the past, not the future. Let's take a look.
Well, you grab one of the sheafs, and it's talking about it's basically propagandizing this great wizard Aldramak and his. It's talking about how he served this great king, but in fact, the king was really serving him.
Yeah.
But as you grab this sheaf of paper, a leather roll falls to the floor. From this stack of papers. It just looks like a small leather burrito is what it looks like.
Well, sometimes people keep pencils, rolled up in some leather. I have to unroll it.
Well, and unrolling it reveals thin metal picks, a set of them, lockpicks.
Ah, lockpicks. These could come in handy.
Yes.
We'll need these. Good thing. Yeah. Some lockpicks and a bunch of fake news in here. This'll... Still, you never know. History is written by the victors. This is the Aldramak propaganda room. No monsters in here, I hope.
The wandering monster check for an ink phantom did in fact fail.
I'd hate to run up to an ink elemental or something.
It was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That's the stink elemental.
What are the exits from this room?
All the cardinal directions, and all the doors are closed, obviously, except the one to the south.
Yeah, well, I'll assume that the western room is the furnace room. I'll take a quick peek to make sure.
That is correct.
All right, don't want to go back in there. So, I say, let's go north one more. I think there might only be one more to the north. We'll see if my instincts are correct. Patty, northern door.
All right, well, you open the door. Patty opens the door. Did not check for traps, unfortunately. Make a deck save, Patty.
The one time.
The one time you...
Ooh, I rolled right on my decks. 30.
Well, you do not take damage. Lucky
Very
you,
lucky.
but an arrow flies out of a hidden little hole in the wall and misses you as you deftly limp out of the way.
Good thing you checked for that and got out of the way. Good thinking, Patty. Good work.
But as you open the door, well, we'll see if we'll see what happens. So you begin looking into the room, and it's just like the floor is just. It just looks like a sand. It's like desert, and there are like dark, wet patches. And as you begin to enter the room, where do you stop?
Beware!
Because I remember the warning about the quicksand. So
right.
I'm
You said
going to
beware the
stop short as soon as I see that the room is full of sand. And I'm going to wave them to come look.
You're right. I would have forgotten that, I bet, if you hadn't said something.
Yes, beware of quicksand. I can't believe he told us that.
I know. Maybe, ultimately he's a gamesman, though. He wants to give us a sporting chance. Or like a lot of villains, he secretly wants to be defeated. He secretly wants to be vanquished.
Yes. He's like the type that would reveal his whole plan, in monologue.
That's right.
Or there's a great treasure in here that he was trying to keep you away from.
Yes, it could be a dirty trick.
Yeah, that's true.
Break out that temptation.
Or I could just be saying that to get you in there to try to kill
Yes.
you. Who knows?
Oh, I think we've got to go in there. I mean...
Yeah, we'll get to the bottom of this
We're-
one way or the other.
I mean, at least we won't be trapped and fall into this. We can expect to fall, right? Now, the only trick is, how do we get across?
Yeah, see, another situation where my double, I don't know how that would work.
Yeah, if he can't interact with the sand, he would just be floating over it, essentially.
Yeah, I think we should, throw something onto the sand, see if it sinks.
I mean, I can kind of like use my crutch the way a blind person uses a cane, and kind of try to use it to feel in front of me, make sure the ground is solid before I step there, and kind of work around the room like that.
I think that's a good idea, and I will tell you that as soon as you take your crutch and touch it into the sand, it begins getting pulled violently down and sucked down, and it literally, you're going to have to make a strength save to pull it out, or it's just going to get sucked down and be gone.
Oh no!
And I made it. I rolled a 12.
All right. Well, you retrieve your crutch, luckily, or you would have been in trouble.
Yes. Yes, that is really my only weapon besides my flame breath.
Yeah, and I think that also rules out any plan that would, have us float across, on something. It's like we could build a boat, even if we had one. It would get sucked down too.
Now, if you had a Tensor's floating disc, you'd be okay.
Maybe in another room around here there is a Tensor's floating disc.
Could be.
I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to, tie off a rope or something. If we want to get to the bottom and see if there's something down there, we've got to be able to get back up. But we might not be able to breathe down there as a problem.
Did you already say what exits were in here?
Oh, I did not.
I don't know.
I should have.
I might not have listened, or if you did.
I think I just didn't.
Yeah.
So there is a corridor to the west and to the east. And to take either of those exits would require crossing this sucking quicksand.
Okay. So this couldn't. The purpose of it isn't to block us from getting to one of those places. We could get there through other doors. That doorway to the west that we can't get to goes back to the typewriter room, I think. The doorway to the east, though, that one we haven't opened yet, but we could go back into the print room and take that eastern door and see if there's a northern door and go up on the other side of it. And I'm not saying that would be even very clever of us. My point is, if there's a challenge here or a treasure here, it lies inside that sand, and the trick isn't just to get across.
Well, yeah, and again, just to be clear, it could be, depending on how because it's randomly, all the rooms are randomly laid out, right? So it could be that you couldn't get to the exit unless you crossed it, but in this particular case, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I'm not even gonna. Never mind.
So is there anything else in this room?
Nothing but sand.
Sand and exits.
Yep, sand and doors.
I think, okay, we need to create like a little like breathing tube that, like a straw. It goes all... We don't know how deep this is, so...
If it's as deep as that pond, it could be forever. That lake.
I think the
we need to
rope
test the
idea
depth.
also was not bad. Of tying someone off on a rope and then having whoever has the highest strength.
Yeah, but my problem... the issue was, like, if you're going to be able to breathe down there once you...
That's true.
But I think we need to test the depth of this by tying something onto a rope which we know the length of. And
Do you have such a rope?
Well, I think we all have rope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did say camping supplies
Yep.
and stuff.
But I don't know how long the rope would
I mean, it's
be.
50 feet is like the standard adventurous kit rope amount, I think.
Yeah.
Or 25, something. Anyway, but I will say, Patty knows from having experienced this that that's going to take some pretty strong rope.
Yeah, it's just going to be violently sucked down. I almost think we'd be better off going to every other room we can and saving this one for the last, because you never know what we might find.
Yeah, nobody wants to get violent.
It could be. Yeah. Before we get sucked down.
Yeah, well,
That does sound like a good plan. If we had like an anvil or something we could tie it onto and drop it in there and hold on and see how long it.
it doesn't even need to be something heavy because it'll get sucked.
That's true.
Down.
If you have something that you don't mind losing, I mean, you've got 150 feet of rope.
That's true.
And we've got
You
that
could just
gold
see how deep it is.
ingot. I mean, it's not going to be the end of the
We don't
world
wanna
if we
lose that.
Just a
lose a
classic-
single gold
If we-
ingot.
Yeah, unless we all die and go back to the treasure room and that's all we have left.
That's true.
Friends, why don't we go back into the print room to the south here and take that eastern door and see what we see there before we commit ourselves to any experimentation in this room.
All right, we'll save this room.
Yes.
I will say that's probably wise.
Okay.
I was just teasing you with the treasure to see if I could get you to do something dumb, like jump in it. Anyway,
Yeah.
secret GM tricks. So Patty opens the
Patty
door.
checks for traps.
Ah, smart. Well, you're lucky that you checked. Well, not because there's a trap, but because you remembered, which is lucky. But there was not a trap in this case. So you open the door and proceed into another shaft-like room. But this has like this massive... It's almost like you're standing... Well, and it's a vertical, like, rectangular shaft. And it's stone, but it's almost as though you're standing in the bottom of a massive stone grandfather clock, and there's this huge pendulum swinging back and forth just above your heads. And you can see various gears and clockworks kind of clicking and clacking away and up above, far above, and as this thing swings back and forth. And there's a clock face embedded into the northern wall above this, above a sort of open corridor leading north. It's just like, but it's the hands, the times. So it's like it's got a 12-hour clock, like you would expect to see, but the numbers don't make any sense, and the hands are just spinning in crazy directions. It could mean you can only spin in really either clockwise or counterclockwise, but it just doesn't make any sense. None of it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot to click the button. Oh, shoot. Well, and unfortunately, from the clicking and clacking gears above you, a clockwork sentinel drops from the sky. It's this sort of large, massive brass and iron gears ticking and whirring, and it has these like arms with like the end and like spinning blades, and it's gonna try to kill you. So make dex saves if you will.
I got a 7. I will succeed.
19. I knew this.
Nice.
I knew I was going to change dice too because I've been rolling so well on this. Like, you're getting ready to get a really high number soon if you don't switch die.
And was that a 5 from Pepperoni? 5?
No, I failed.
Oh, failed. So okay, so 2. So the only person who can go just at the moment is Mr. Nick. What do you do?
It's not right up here yet. Let's see if this clockwork crossbow works against a clockwork man. I'll fire that in his direction. I got a 7.
All right. Well, that does indeed do some serious damage to him. But it does not take him down. And he rushes at you with these spinning blade arms. Man, I hope he doesn't roll good, because if he does, this could be bad.
He's gonna... Well, he can't miss. So...
Whoa, he only rolled a 3. So this saws into you for 3 damage.
3 hurts, but I'll take it. All right.
And I see what Pepperoni and or Patty can go.
Take him out, Pepperoni! Shoot him!
Take him out. 4 damage with my pistol.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. All right. Unfortunately, still not enough to do him in. So, Patty, hopefully you can do some good work.
Perhaps I shall use my flame breath.
Oh.
Potential for a couple extra points of damage than I can get with my crutch. And I rolled
like
a 2.
A 1 or 2. I was gonna say, yeah. Every
Well,
time.
Unfortunately, he has 2 armor, so that doesn't even ding him.
Flame
so
burp.
it's gonna be his turn again, and he laughs in Patty's direction as her little flame burp fizzles out on his brass and iron carapace. I guess it would be not a carapace, that's an insect. Anyway, so he swings his spin. Oh my goodness, that's gonna hurt a little bit. Saws into Patty. This feels familiar. You've been sawed apart and sewn back together before for 6 points of damage.
Ouch. Shit.
And that takes me to exactly 0 hit
Oh,
points.
be a scar for you.
You got a scar. We can figure that out after. But, wait.
That was his turn. So.
Yes. So that brings it back to Nick, yeah?
Yeah, that pendulum going by, that's above the level of our heads, correct?
Yes.
I couldn't, push him into it and have it go smash. So
I mean, you'd have to, throw him up to it.
I can think I threw him. All right, now that he's up in our melee face, I'm going to take that cricket bat and... General Hardhand says hello! And I'll smack him with it as hard as I can. Disgraced general, that is. And come on, if I needed a high number. Well, I got a 7 again, which is 5 for him, I guess. So
it is 5 for him. Let's see. But that is... So it's 5 for him, but that is 4 off of his strength. So he is down to 12. He will have to... Roll
high.
Strength save.
Roll high.
Or take critical damage. Well, let's see. So he's 4 down. Oh my. Well, shit. He was 4. So he needed 12. He got exactly a 12. And I don't think ties actually go to the players in this particular case, unfortunately.
Yeah. All right. Get him! Well, he's got to get me next.
Yeah, I think I fucked up the order because he shouldn't have gone until after you went. But anyway, whatever. He's not going to go. If I make him go again, it's going to be too many times. So somebody, Pepperoni, do something.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to test it. I don't know if he's clockwork, but I'm still going to try this harmonic crystal. Just try to stun him with it.
All right.
Make a strength save or be stunned. So I'm going to yell into the... I don't know if it works on just enemies, though, or all of us.
Anyone within range. which was what I don't remember, like 12 yards or something like that, or 10 feet, or I don't remember. I didn't write it down.
If it's everyone in range, it's us. I mean,
Well, cover your ears.
most of the time they don't even give ranges in the system. They say like an appropriate area or something like that, and leave it up to you. But I'll cover my ears. Hell, what the fuck?
Okay.
All right. Do like the glass breaking metal scream. Right?
All right, well, that does seem to have some sort of effect on him, and he fails his strength test and will be deprived of his next turn, Patty.
Go get him. He's already down,
Crutch
Patty. You
beaten.
can take him out. Give him a beating.
5 that time with my crutch.
So that'll be 3, taking him down to a strength of 9. And he rolls a 13, and the gears, brass and iron, ticking and whirring gears collapse into rubble before you.
Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
there we go. Whew.
Let's take a short rest.
Yes, please. And my scar.
Yes, I will
boy.
have to.
If it'll even be noticeable. With all my stitches everywhere.
You're just a big old ball of scars already.
So far, they've been pretty damn noticeable.
They're pretty
are.
noticeable.
Roll a d12, Patty.
8.
Comes. He's making a face.
I don't like that face.
Well, 8 is torn limb. A random limb is torn off or in need of amputation. This is nothing new for you, however.
Yeah. Just sew it back on.
Well, just sew it on, yes.
Has anyone got some thread and a needle?
But it does say, it says random, so I don't know if you got like a D4, like left arm, left leg, right leg. You want to do that? I don't know. It could be a hand or a foot, possibly. But it does say limb. That's kind of not really a hand or a foot. That's kind of an arm or a leg, I guess.
Right.
I like D4. Easy to read, you know.
Yeah.
Red
Don't
leg
you
that.
have like somebody have a die that is like body parts?
We used to have a bunch of those body dice floating around, but not within reach, no.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4.
According to my calculations, that would be your right leg, and I don't know if that's the one that's longer or shorter, but...
Well, this is an opportunity, don't you see?
You get a
We can fix
properly
it.
sized leg.
You can cut off a bit of it before we mend you. Yeah.
You're already using a crutch, so
It's
you
true.
know, it's
It's true. I'm going to say
At
that's the
least you
shorter one. That was the shorter one.
Yeah. We'll find you another leg.
Well, and it's not completely torn off necessarily, but it's definitely kind of dangly in a way that may be familiar. I don't know.
Right. Okay.
All right. Well,
You're going to need that crutch for sure now.
Yeah.
At least.
yeah. Let's, I don't know, is it stretching things to assume that, you know, in all that vague camping and traveling equipment that we get, that there might be a little needle and thread, you know? Like, I've seen a Boy Scout camping kit that had a little needle and thread in it
It's
once.
true.
I don't know. Otherwise, we just, like, really tighten your belt, you know, something around it so it doesn't fall off while you're walking.
Well, sounds like the kind of thing a luck roll.
Oh,
would
you
be
know what?
perfect
You're right.
for.
That's exactly what a luck roll's for.
Ah, yes.
Okay. Do you want me to roll? I'll roll
Should
it.
we all
Come on, let's have higher rolls for... Oh, no, we're out. Fresh out. We're fresh out. A string. Well,
I'll look for
so
something.
long.
And I roll the 5. Can we do that? I mean, we've done that in other games before, but
Can we just keep rolling the luck roll until...
Until you succeed.
Press your luck.
I would ask, do you have anything else? Any alternative? I know you've had some honey. I don't think that would be sticky enough to stick your leg back on, but I'm just trying to think of like creative potential
I have,
ideas.
This purple robe or drape or whatever. Could tie that on.
I mean, that's like could make a makeshift tourniquet to try to save the limb until you find some kind of needle and thread type situation.
Yeah. Even if we carry it, we should hold on to it. It's perfectly good limb as far as she's concerned. True. It just needs to be reattached.
That's true.
I mean, we're talking about an undead adjacent being here, But it's a perfectly good leg if it's a little bit too long. So, as I say, I think this is a blessing for you, Patty. I really do. It reaffirms my faith that you need to be first in every danger.
Because you're practically immortal anyway.
Yeah.
I will say that in all this fussing about Patty's leg, somebody probably notices that the compass that she had found recently is no longer pointing in the direction it was before. It is now pointing to the southeast.
That be in the direction of the Iron Maiden room, vaguely?
Not even vaguely. Precisely.
Aha, all right. That would be the other exit. So it points us towards the nearest exit. I mean, and when I say exit, the way we came in, all right.
Well, are we going to mess with this pendulum, or did you say there was a pit in here as well? Or
there's no pit. No.
Okay.
No. The pit in the pendulum, were you thinking?
I was thinking of Poe, but...
yeah.
And can we insert a short rest while we're because we were messing with my leg and all that stuff. Can we
of course, yes. Always take a short rest, just grab a quick drink and a bite or whatever, you're good.
And as a point of clarification on my breath weapon, so I did this on the generator, the random generator, and it literally says once between rests. It does not specify what kind of rests. It just says rest.
Well, considering a long rest is like a week or whatever,
it's got to be short rest.
Yeah, it's got to be short. Yeah. You could do it once a week. Come on,
it's not badass enough for them to have limited it that much.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
But yes, I think Pepperoni had a valid question. Are you going to attempt to mess with this pendulum or the clock face in any way?
That's a good question.
I feel like riding this pendulum, just getting on there and swinging. And how high up is the clock face?
It's. I mean, the door's like 8 foot. It's just above the door on the northern corridor.
So is the pendulum like the same height?
It's a little higher, probably like 10.
Does the north door open? Let me check that.
It's not even a door.
It's a doorway. Okay, I want to make sure it wasn't like a time thing. I gotta have.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see what we could really do. I mean, we could mess with the clock, and then I don't know. Maybe that would fuck up time or something, and create all kinds of other problems. Or it might be nothing. I don't know.
Well, I suppose we can journey. We can journey into the next northern or eastern, presumably, rooms. Then next time on Goonies World, it sounds like we are not messing with the pendulum, so we will just leave it there for now.
Hey everyone, if you like this podcast, consider leaving us a good rating and/or review, and subscribe to us wherever you can. We've got a YouTube channel and a Discord server, as well as merchandise available at TeePublic. Find our website at GooniesWorldPodcast.com. Email us at GooniesWorldPodcast@gmail.com. You can find all those links and more at linktree/GooniesWorld. Thanks for listening.